Our artisans, they need to do 4 years of training to be able to manufacture a Kelly bag. This that you've just seen, the perlage, you need to be very skilled and very
Xianglong Apparel, who supplies the most yoga suits, and it is also the OEM for Fila and Under Armour. Number 2, Hong Qisheng Clothing, who produces yoga suits for Lululemon. Lululemon sells this jacket for nearly $100, but here only costs you $6 to $5 with similar fabric and quality.
You thought Hermes was just a luxury brand. You thought the Birkin bag was just a purse. You thought exclusivity meant elegance. But what if I told you everything you believed about Hermes is a carefully crafted illusion? A house of cards built on secrecy, manipulation, and a toxic culture of control. This isn't just fashion, it's psychological warfare disguised as luxury. And Hermes, they're not selling you bags, they're selling you status. And the worst part, you're not even allowed to buy it. Welcome to the dark world of Hermes, where the most powerful luxury brand on the planet has turned desire into domination. And we're lifting the veil on everything they don't want you to know.
While Hermes says, made in China, does it feel cheaper? No, that's not a quality issue. It's luxury brand washing.
Hermes, you guys, it's time to show off your factories. No, I don't want to wait to go on YouTube and watch a beautiful documentary and show them off right here on TikTok. Let the world see. Okay, get like China. You gotta be ghetto about it. Just let people know.
Let's start with the obvious, or what should be obvious. Hermes is not just selling products, they're selling permission. Unlike any other brand, you can't just walk into a store and buy a Birkin. You can't even ask for one. Try it and you'll be politely or smugly rejected. That's not bad customer service. That's intentional design. You are not the customer, you're the applicant. You have to prove your worth. Kiss the ring. Spend thousands on scarves, belts, shoes, anything but the thing you actually want until you're finally deemed worthy. And maybe a sales associate will whisper, "We might have something in the back." That's not selling. That's manipulation on a master level. They've created artificial scarcity so powerful, people will beg to spend $20,000 on a handbag they didn't even choose.
Which Chinese factory supplies for Louis Vuitton? Let me tell you the secret. Louis Vuitton have many Chinese suppliers, but they just don't admit it. 50% of the Louis Vuitton bags are from these 2 places, Guangzhou City and Dongguan City. 90% of Louis Vuitton silk is from Wanshili in Hangzhou City. I have a friend who's the manager in the factory of Louis Vuitton, and he told me that the similar quality one just needs $50 US. This is crazy, right?
And about that scarcity, it's a lie. Hermes wants you to think there are only a handful of Birkins made each year, that each bag is rare, elusive, and handcrafted by the gods. But insiders know the truth. Hermes mass produces Birkins, just not for you. These bags exist, thousands of them, sitting in private rooms, reserved for VIPs, stocked for auctions, or quietly funneled into the resale market where prices skyrocket even higher. So no, it's not rare, it's just hidden. Hermes isn't limiting supply, they're controlling access. That's the real product, exclusivity. And they're making billions off a false sense of rarity. It's luxury theater, and everyone is playing their part.
Some of Hermes products are made in China. Towels are from Fuyue in Shandong. They also make products for Chanel and IKEA. Beddings are from Yue in Shandong. Men's shoes are from Shachi in Shandong. Tableware are from Gaochun in Jiangsu.
It was my first time shopping at Hermes, and let me tell you how it went.
We got a lot of requests, do Hermes next. And that's why we're here in the Highland Park Mall.
In Italy, made in China, or maybe made in Chile. Oh yeah, that should be a thing, by the way, because some brands get real creative when it comes to...
If you think this system is about fairness or loyalty, think again. Celebrities, influencers, and ultra-wealthy clients are treated like royalty. They don't need to play the game. They skip the line. They get phone calls offering first dibs on colors, sizes, exotic leathers. The exact things loyal customers dream of seeing in store. Meanwhile, the rest of us, we get ghosted by our SA after dropping $10,000 on homeware and silk ties. It's not just elitism, it's strategic favoritism. Hermes uses celebrities like tools. They gift or loan Birkins to stars so the public perception stays hot. Remember when Cardi B showed off her $500,000 Birkin collection? That wasn't flexing, that was advertising.
I spent over $100,000 of my own money dissecting luxury bags, cutting them open, analyzing every stitch, every layer. Why? Because I had to know what made those bags so.
So Hermes has put out a response to China, and they have like a video in a factory. He's sort of showing people, trying to show that they're actually the ones who are making the bags in a factory somewhere in.
What Hermes has mastered isn't just branding, it's psychological warfare. They've weaponized human emotion, the thrill of the chase, the dopamine hit of being offered something secret, the social status that comes with owning a product others can't get. It's not about the bag, it's about belonging. Hermes knows humans crave hierarchy, so they created one, a luxury caste system, and you'll do anything to climb it. You know that person who spent $25,000 over 2 years just to be offered a Birkin they didn't even like? That's not dedication, that's conditioning. Hermes turns customers into devotees, converts into addicts. This isn't luxury, it's cult behavior.
Almost finished bags from China factories, back to their own factories, and just do the repackaging and logo installing. Something.
Now let's talk about the lie of craftsmanship. Hermes wants you to believe that each Birkin is made by a single artisan, lovingly hand-stitched for hours in a quiet French atelier. That's romantic. That's cinematic. That's also marketing. Yes, Hermes bags are made by trained craftsmen, but they're also produced in factories, large modern facilities with quotas and deadlines. And some of the techniques used? Industrial, not artisanal. This isn't an old man sewing leather by candlelight. This is a multi-billion-dollar machine pushing out product under the illusion of tradition. And what about quality? There are countless reports of stitching errors, crooked hardware, fading color, even peeling leather. But returns are rare. Why? Because the moment you criticize Hermes, you risk being blacklisted. Quality control isn't their priority. Control is.
Luxury bags carefully handcrafted in China. The viral TikToks from Chinese factory workers, the internet is now in a frenzy over claims that some of the most iconic designer bags are actually born in the...
Behind the orange boxes and luxury decor lies something darker, a toxic sales culture. Sales associates are under massive pressure to judge customers, gatekeep products, and upsell relentlessly, all while pretending to be your friend. They're told to observe customers before offering anything exclusive, to reward only those who fit the brand. It's like a fashion Hunger Games, and most customers don't even know they're being tested. And the worst part? If an SA doesn't hit their internal sales metrics, even if they're friendly and helpful, you're out. They risk losing commissions, bonuses, or even access to the product themselves. It's cutthroat, and it breeds a culture of secrecy, snobbery, and psychological warfare between staff and clients.
My point is, I think it's crazy how designer brands have been selling things for thousands when China sell them on and literally they're so cheap. If the Chinese manufacturers are making the same, like the actual Birkins, and then they are also selling these on the side as well, technically this is an absolute fucking bargain because it's the exact same material as a Birkin.
Hermes isn't just obsessed with luxury, they're obsessed with control of their brand, their clients, their image, which is why they've remained mostly silent on major social issues. While other luxury houses speak out, collaborate, or give back, Hermes hides behind silence, protecting their aura of aloofness like it's sacred. They've also faced backlash for animal rights concerns, especially regarding exotic leather sourcing from crocodile farms. PETA and other organizations have exposed horrific conditions, yet Hermes continues production, barely acknowledging the controversy. Why? Because profit trumps ethics. Always has, always will.
Put the finishing touches on a Kelly, the most difficult bag to build. It starts with 30 distinct cuts of leather and can take 20 hours to complete, 4 hours for just the handle. There are no manuals or cheat sheets. Artisans rely on their training and muscle memory to make every bag.
The resale market is booming, and Hermes is laughing all the way to the bank. They act like they hate resellers. But the truth? Resellers help Hermes. By reselling Birkins at double or triple the price, they make the brand look even more desirable. They artificially inflate demand and feed the narrative that these bags are investments, not accessories. And Hermes, they pretend to disapprove while doing nothing to stop it. In fact, many believe Hermes quietly feeds the resale market through silent VIP clients or backdoor deals. It's the perfect cycle. They gatekeep access, let others flip the product, then use the inflated resale price to justify their insane in-store costs. Genius, ruthless, profitable. At this point, we need to stop pretending. Hermes isn't just a luxury brand. It's a cult built on secrecy, manipulation, and psychological dominance. They don't sell products, they sell validation, and they've weaponized exclusivity to control everything: who buys, how they buy, and how much they'll sacrifice to be chosen. If you think owning a Birkin makes you special, think again. It means you were played, trapped in a system that profits off your desire to belong, because at Hermes, you're not buying the bag is buying you. So the next time someone flaunts their Birkin, don't ask what they paid, ask what it cost them. If you found this expose eye-opening, hit subscribe. We're just getting started. There's a whole industry of lies hiding behind luxury labels, and we're tearing them down one by one.